This book of Psalms is kind of right in the middle. So if you open the Bible in the middle, you're going to be somewhere in the Psalms, probably. And if someone gets there, you can yell out the page number.
543.
543. So we've been preaching in around this psalm for the last 4 weeks. I'll tell you, I have enjoyed this sermon series more than most of sermon series that I've done. I've learned a tremendous amount, and so I'm very grateful. But we organized it around verse 10, which we'll read a little different for us today, but the beginning or the front cover of your bulletin for the last 4 weeks have said, "Truth and mercy have met, righteousness and peace have kissed," or justice and peace have kissed. So, if the folks on my left-hand side would read the odd verses and folks on the right would read the even verses, let's do this. Lord, you were favorable to the land. You restored the fortunes of Jacob. You forgave the iniquity of your people. You pardoned all their sin. You withdraw all your wrath. You turned from your hot anger. Restore us again, O God of our salvation, and put away your indignation toward us. Will you be angry with us forever? Will you prolong your anger to all generations? Will you not revive us again, so that your people may rejoice in you? Show us your steadfast love, O Lord, and grant us your salvation. Let me hear what God the Lord will speak, for he will speak peace to his people, to his faithful, to those who turn to him in their hearts. Surely his salvation is at hand for those who fear him, that his glory may dwell in our land. Steadfast love and faithfulness will meet. Righteousness and peace will kiss each other. Faithfulness will spring up from the ground, and righteousness will look down from the sky. The Lord will give what is good, and our land will yield its increase. Righteousness will go before him and will make a path for his steps. And then let's read this familiar passage that we read in the children's Bible as well. Again, I think that there is all those pieces. I think in this passage you'll find truth-telling and mercy and justice and peace. So perhaps look for them as we read it again. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through it. A man was there named Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was rich. He was trying to see who Jesus was, but on account of the crowd, he could not because he was short in stature. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore tree to see him, because Jesus was going to pass that way. When Jesus came to the place, he looked up and he said, "Zacchaeus, hurry and come down, for I must stay at your house today." So he hurried down and was happy to welcome him. All who saw it began to grumble, and they said, "He has gone to be the guest of one who is a sinner." Zacchaeus stood there and he said to the Lord, "Look, half of my possessions, Lord, I will give to the poor. And if I have defrauded anyone of anything, I will pay back 4 times as much." Then Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house, because he too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek out and to save the lost." The word of the Lord. Let's remember that the word salvation is probably, in our context, I think understood more as liberation or freedom. That freedom has come to this house today, that one is liberated from whatever was keeping them oppressed or in bondage. And we might even say reconciliation has come to this house today. So, I'm very excited about today. We have experienced, all of us, I'm sure, in our lives, different ways, different times, conflict. And then the ways that conflict often appeal to truth and mercy and justice and peace. And like we just read, Psalm 85:10 says that mercy and truth have kissed or have met, and justice and peace have kissed. So I have done some thinking, and I wondered that, what if we invited these four friends, truth, mercy, justice, and peace, to join us? What if we asked them to openly discuss their views about conflict? Now, I have seen those four things come and go in fights. I'm sure you have too. So I have invited them today to come and clear up a few things. And so truth, mercy, justice, peace, why don't you come on forward and share a bit with us today? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for taking time to be with us today. We want to know what concerns you each have when you're in the midst of conflict. We'd like to hear your views today. So Truth, why don't you start first?
I am truth. I am like light that is cast so all may see. In times of conflict, I want to bring forward what really happened, putting it out in the open. I'm set apart from my three colleagues here because they need me first and foremost. Without me, they cannot go forward. When I'm found, I set people free.
Is her microphone on?
No.
The switch is on? The switch is on. Let me see. Let's try it again. Truth, what do you have to say for yourself?
Speak up, Truth.
I'm truth.
What happened? Come here.
I am truth.
Yay.
I am like light that is cast so all may see. In times of conflict, I want to bring forward what really happened, putting it out in the open. I'm set apart from my three colleagues here because they need me first and foremost. Without me, they can't go forward. When I'm found, I set people free.
So, Sister Truth, you know, I have been around a lot of conflict, and there's one thing I'm always curious about. When I talk to one side, like let's say the people over here, they say that you're on their side, you're with them. And then when I talk to others, like our friends over here, they claim that you're on their side. So is there really only one truth?
There is only one truth, but I can be experienced in many different ways. I reside within each person, yet nobody owns me.
If discovering you is so crucial, why are you so hard to find?
I can only appear when the search is genuine and authentic. I come forward only when each person shares with others what they know of me, and when each one respects the other's voices.
So also another curious question. Which of these three are you most afraid of? Or which do you fear the most?
I fear him. In his haste to heal, he covers my light and clouds my clarity. He forgets that forgiveness is our child, not his alone.
So Mercy, she's talking about you, and I'm sure you have things to say about that. So what concerns you, Mercy?
I am mercy. I am new beginnings. I am concerned with people and their relationships. Acceptance, compassion, and support stand with me. I know the frailty of the human condition. Who among them is perfect? Truth, she knows that her light can bring clarity, but too often it blinds and it hurts and burns. What freedom is there without life and relationship? Forgiveness is indeed our child, but not when people are arrogantly clubbed into humiliation and agony with their imperfections and weaknesses. Our child forgiveness was birthed to provide healing.
But Brother Mercy, in your rush to accept or support and move on, do you not abort the child forgiveness?
I do not cover truth's light. You must understand, I am mercy. I am built of steadfast love that supports life itself.
And so then whom do you fear the most?
My brother Justice. In his haste to change and make things right, he forgets that his roots lie in real people and in relationships.
And so, Brother Justice, then what do you have to say to that?
I am justice. Look, Mercy is correct. I am concerned about making things right. But I look beneath the surface and behind the issues about which people seem to fight. The roots of most conflicts are tangled in inequality, greed, and wrongdoing. I stand with Truth, who sheds her light to expose the paths of wrongdoing. My task is to make sure that something is done to repair the damage wreaked, especially on the victims and the downtrodden.
But Brother Justice, everybody in this room feels at some point they have been wronged. And most are willing actually to justify our actions, even violent deeds, as doing your bidding, right? To making it right. Isn't that true?
It is indeed. Most do not understand. But you see, I am most concerned about accountability. Often we think that anything and everything is acceptable. But true and committed relationships have honest accounting and steadfast love. Love without accountability is nothing but words. Love with accountability is changed behavior and action. My purpose is to bring action and accountability to the words.
Then whom do you fear?
My children. I fear that my children, Mercy and Peace, see themselves as parents. Yet they're actually the fruit of my labor.
I am peace, and I agree with all three. I am the child to whom they give birth, the mother who labors to give them life, and the spouse who accompanies them along the way. I hold the community together with the encouragement of security and respect and well-being.
That's precisely the problem. You see yourself as greater and bigger than the rest of us.
Yeah. Arrogance. You do not place yourself where you belong. You follow us. You do not precede us.
That is true, Brother Justice and Sister Truth. I am more fully expressed through and after you both. But it is also true that without me, there is no space cleared for truth to be heard. And without me, there is no way to break out of the vicious cycle of accusation, bitterness, and bloodshed. You yourself, Justice, cannot be fully embodied without my presence. I am before and after. There is no other way to reach me. I myself am the way.
And so, Peace, do you have a fear? Who do you fear?
Not whom, but what and when. I fear manipulation. I fear the manipulation of people using Sister Truth for their own purposes. Some ignore her, some use her as a whip, some claim her as their own. I fear times when Brother Justice is sacrificed for the sake of Brother Mercy. I fear the blind manipulation when some will sacrifice life itself in trying to reach the ideal of Brother Justice. When such trickery takes place, I am violated and left as an empty shell.
How, to all of you, how would it be possible for you four to meet? I mean, what would you need? What do you need from one another?
You must slow down, Brother Mercy. Give me a chance to emerge. Our child cannot be born without the slow development in the womb of the mother.
Shine bright, dear Sister Truth, but please take care not to blind and burn. Remember that each person is a child of God. Each is weak and needs support to grow.
I have been partly reassured by the words of Sister Peace. I need a clear statement that she gives a place for the accountability and the action. Remember when Micah spoke of us, love mercy and do justice. You, Sister Peace, must allow room for me to come forward.
Brother Justice, we need one another. Don't fall into bitterness that rages without purpose. I will provide the soil for you to do your work and bear fruit.
And so, what is this place? This place where you all now, what is that called?
This place
is
is called reconciliation.
So I have one question for you, and I'm going to make you move. I know. Get into a place where you have the courage to talk to another. Find 4 or 5 people. And if you need to move away from where you are, maybe not talk to a family member, that's fine too. But find 4 or 5 people in small groups. And here's your question. Which of these 4 were you drawn to, and why do you think that is? And I assume that people around your circle will have different answers. So which of these 4 were you drawn to, and why do you think that is? And the 4 of them are going to come around and chat and answer questions if you have 4 of them. So ready, break. Find 4 or 5 people.
What? 1, 2. Who's there? Haha.
Look around to your neighbors and see if anyone needs a group. One more minute. One more minute. Yeah. Yeah. Give them about. Okay. Obviously, we're enjoying ourselves, which is fantastic. As you are able, let's stand and affirm our faith together. As you're able, let's stand and affirm our faith together. We believe that God has entrusted the church with the message of reconciliation in and through Jesus Christ. We believe that the church is called to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. We believe that the church is called blessed because it is a peacemaker. We believe that the church is witness both by word and by deed to the new heaven and the new earth in which righteousness dwells. We believe that God's life-giving word and spirit has conquered the powers of sin and death, and therefore also of irreconciliation and hatred, bitterness and enmity. We believe that God's life-giving word and spirit will enable the church to live in a new obedience, which can open new possibilities of life for society and the world. Let's continue to stand and sing number 345.